Hello everyone, I'm Chris Erkley. Welcome to your Week 10 edition of the HS Game Time UPick show. Last week before the playoffs, as always, to my left, KG, not Kevin Garnett, it's Kyle Glazer, a man who likes the playoffs, so that's for sure.
Yes, I am, but for me, the most exciting time of the year in every sport is playoff time, but especially high school football.
First, a real quick shout out to our Week 9 winner. He was a 15 out of 15 guy again. We actually had 2 this week, but he was closer on the tiebreaker. Jose Rocha of Paris, 15 out of 15. A tip of the cap to him. Beginning now with a Thursday game, we've got Norco and Santiago. Big-time implications for the seeding out there for the playoffs for the Big 8. Right now, 54% taking Norco. Kyle, I'm not sure I agree. How about you?
I don't agree. I'm actually going to go with Santiago once again. Would not be surprised if Norco won this football game. Both of these teams' defenses have not been at their sharpest in recent weeks. I think it's going to be a high score, and I think Santiago just has a little more firepower on the offensive side of the football, and that's what's going to make the difference. I'd look for a score somewhere in the 45-41 range. I don't see this being anywhere near a low score, and when in doubt, go with Blake Barnett.
Another game with big playoff implications is the Rev and Ike game. Right now, an overwhelming 93% taking Rev. Kyle, you said Rev's your favorite, but 93%.
I'm shocked, to be honest. It shouldn't be 93%. I am picking Redlands East Valley. I do believe they'll win the football game, but Eisenhower is a very talented team. I think they're going to be the team that's the most talented that Rev has faced since the non-league season on both sides of the football. What's going to make the difference is Rev is a much deeper team. They have almost 3 times as many kids on their roster, and a lot of Ike's best players go 2 ways. I wouldn't be surprised if this game is, tied at halftime and Rev pulls away at the end because they're a little bit fresher on their legs. But the fact it's 93% is surprising. That said, I do think the Wildcats will win.
Moving out now to the Menifee-Elsinore area, we've got Heritage and Elsinore, 95% taking H-Town right now. Kyle, we know they are the best team out in the Sun Belt, but will they dominate that easily?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you don't really need to expand on it. Heritage is the king of the Sun Belt League. They win it every year, and they're as good as ever this year, and that's enough. They're not going to be tested until probably not even the quarterfinals, maybe not even until the semifinals of the playoffs.
Moving on to our tiebreaker game this week, a game that will break the tie at the top of the Southwestern League as well. Vista, Murrieta, Chaparral, both perfect at the top. This game will decide the winner of the league right now. 83% taking Vista Murrieta. They are the number 1 team in our HSGT rankings, Kyle, by an average score of 37-22.
There's a lot of respect for Chaparral. They're a very good team. I've been saying it since, week 4 or 5 that, they were probably the second best team in the Southwestern League. That's what they are, the second best team and a clear cut below Vista Murrieta, just as everyone else is really in the inland area except for Centennial. Vista Murrieta has been winning games easily all season long. I expect them to do the same here. I'm actually kind of surprised. Let me put it this way. In reality, Ike has a better chance of beating Rev than Chaparral does of beating Vista Murrieta. The voters don't seem to agree, but that's just kind of how it is. But Chaparral, it's been a great season. Vista Murrieta, though, no one's going to touch them.
It's bold. Good thing you don't have to step foot in Temecula this week.
You know what? I've always said, we've had coaches on the show, and I've always said, I respect a program, but I'm going to pick the winner. And I'm picking, that's just, we had Vinny Fazio on last week. I said I thought Chaparral would beat Murrieta Valley, sat next to Vinny and told him that. And guess what? Chaparral beat Murrieta Valley. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Go with it.
No spin. It's the Bill O'Reilly of HS Game Time right here.
I don't know about that.
The no spin zone.
I don't know about that.
All right, moving on from there, Canyon Springs and Valley View, another game which pretty much could decide who gets locked out of the playoffs in the Inland Valley League right now. 68% taking Canyon Springs. Kyle, do you agree?
I'm actually going to go Valley View here. Both teams are 5-4 overall. They're 2-3 in league play, and the winner of this pretty much locks up the 3rd spot in the Inland Valley League. I like Valley View because I like Abraham Nuno. I think that the Eagles, they really should have had the Arlington game. They've won their other games, impressively, and I just think they've been a little more competitive in their losses than Canyon Springs has been. At the end of the day, I do think Valley View will win this one, but once again, would not be shocked if Canyon Springs found a way to pull it out.
Kyle, I know you're going to that Revite game on Friday, but which game are you most excited for?
Well, I mean, I think the Vista Murrieta Chaparral game is probably most exciting just because it'll be the highest caliber of talent. You'll see two really good teams fighting for first place. Once again, I think the result is kind of predetermined, but I think in terms of overall talent, it'll be an exciting game to watch.
All right, definitely a lot of good games out there this Friday, last week before the playoffs. Remember, getting your picks in. Thursday, we've got that Norco Santiago game. Don't forget about that one. Other than that, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you out there on Friday night.